Okay, this is Jacksons.TV with Coach Wink. Coach, I wanted to ask you some questions about how you go about training someone to be an effective striker. Can you tell me your philosophy about striking, specifically to MMA?
You know what? It's being in the right place at the right time. Everybody out there is starting to learn to hit really hard, and that's great. But if the guy's not there to be hit, or if you're not in the right place to hit him, then it becomes useless. So a lot of footwork is probably what I think I put more time into than anything once they get the basics down. And looking at somebody's body style and body type, find out what they're best, what way the fighting is best for them, depending if they're a wrestler, a jiu-jitsu person, a stand-up fighter, and go forward from there.
And can you kind of describe your influences? Who has influenced you in your striking as a coach?
You know, I had coaches, Bill Packer. He was my kickboxing coach, Muay Thai coach, and we fought around the world. And he was all about the mindset of being strong mentally. And as I got older, it's a shame that you get smarter after you're done with your career and stuff. I started to understand a little bit more about not getting hit, not just being a tough guy, but using footwork to avoid shots. And we've been successful here, you know, at our school here at Jackson's, using that footwork.
And you mentioned footwork and body movement. Is it difficult to incorporate upper body movement in MMA, or is that just another element of the stand-up game?
Oh no, you know what? It's like anything. Just MMA is so big. There's only so many hours to get good at any one particular task. But the upper body's got to be moving. We're pivoting shoulder to shoulder. We got level changes. The whole body's moving, just depending how far away you are from the person.
And in your background, you did an interesting type of combination. It was called Draco, where it was kickboxing, but it was also takedowns, upper body throws, and things like that. How did that experience help you when, you know, in your early days of coaching MMA?
It was a great transition. That's just about the time UFC got started, and all the stand-up guys were unaware of the ground game over and above just, you know, college wrestling, that type of thing. And Draco was great. You know, it was great to put the two together, to wizard somebody around and throw a knee, and it developed into the MMA that we see now today. And it's great because it put me in a position back then where I was learning about level changes and being in the right place to defend the takedown and strike, and be able to incorporate it into what we're doing now here with MMA.
You know, and everybody thinks of you as a striking coach, but you also are a well-rounded MMA coach as well. How do you? Is there anything you took from your striking into into the all-around MMA game, including ground?
Well, you know what? I've been able to incorporate a lot of the strikes and a lot of different things that we do into the ground striking part of our game. But I think the biggest thing that I'm real happy with, that I'm taking pride in, is putting a wrestler like Clay Guida in the right place so he can finish his takedown. So he's striking, he's hitting hard, but I'm also putting him in a good place so he can finish with a takedown. I've also got guys like Melvin Gillard that, with the footwork, they're keeping people from taking them down. So it's not just about punching and kicking, but it's about those transitions in between. And off the clinch, the combination of wrestling and striking that I take over and start throwing the knees, the elbows from there, defend the takedown, and get right back into strikes.
And you know, that middle area between clinch and takedown, how do you coach that, or how do you incorporate that to the point of, you know, they have them on the ground from the stand-up portion?
Well, you know what? It's a matter of knowing your fighter and what his capabilities are. There's so many techniques out there. Everybody's got their favorite moves, their favorite place to be. You know, a lot of guys like the inside control. A lot of guys like the tie clinch, and a lot of guys try to drop to a double right away. Whatever the case is, I got to find out what my guy likes and what he can fake, depending on what their coach, the opposite team, has come up with, and use that against them and for us.
And then when you take it to the ground and stuff, how do you look at striking on the ground, you know, when the fighter actually has the opponent on the ground?
You know what? It's just about it's physics and trying to get as much power, as much pop, most bang for our buck at what we got. We don't get our legs involved like we normally do with standing up, so we gotta get as much whipping action depending on those strikes, and much driving action as we can, just depending on the trajectory of the shot. And it's also about, you know, you're gonna roll off the wrist and throw the elbows. It's just proper placement. Understand if the guy's going to control our wrist, if he's trying to posture down, hold us down. There's different strikes that are available, but those are secret.
And also, do those strikes also set up submissions as well?
Oh yeah, the guys, it makes people move to a place where they don't want to be. Normally they can defend all day long, but you start punching somebody in the face, their mind goes elsewhere, and we can drop off into a submission.
Okay, thank you very much for spending some time.
Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you.